13. Describe an art or craft activity, example, painting, woodwork, etc., that you had at school. We were introduced by our teacher about the notion of virtual reality, and thus we were guided by him to make a pair of virtual goggles that could allow us to play virtual games. Initially, I thought this might be a crazy idea as we didn't any type of technology or advanced materials such as glasses beforehand to make up one. However, things weren't that complicated. All we needed was just a set of cardboard. To make the process easier, we ordered a set of semi-finished products with an easy-to-understand manual. It took us just an hour to get the hang of it and another hour to set up the entire thing. It really resembled the electronic virtual goggles that we saw on TV commercials, except that ours was just a cardboard box with a rubber band. It was easy to use. All we needed to do was insert our smartphone that was pre-installed a virtual app into the front slot of the box. Then, we could enjoy the virtual images simply by putting them on our heads. Well, I felt that this activity was quite rewarding. You know, we were not only able to have fun with this latest technology but also understood how it actually functioned. This experience definitely gave me an insight into what the future would hold. 13.2. Describe an art or craft activity, example, painting, woodwork, etc., that you had at school. Art and crafts play an essential role in our life because they relate us to our traditions and cultures. They provide a way to stay connected with the roots of our traditions. Here, I would like to talk about an art activity, which I did at school. I remember I was in 10th standard when I did this activity. I participated in an international art competition. It was at district level and was held in my school. I participated with my friend Jatin in this competition and we were representing our school. We decided to make a painting which would give a message on a social issue. The main message of our painting was, "Say no to drugs." In this painting, I painted a cigarette crushing a person, which showed that humanity is in danger due to drugs. The size of the cigarette in this painting was very large as compared to the person to highlight the dramatic impacts of drugs on people. On the right side of the painting, my friend drew a large injection, which was killing a person, which showed that excessive use of drugs can lead to death. After that, we drew a heading in bold letters on the top of the painting. The heading was, "Say no to drugs," which highlighted our main idea. After completing the painting, we both were pleased to see it because it was looking very attractive. The painting was eye-catching and our message was clear and loud. When the result was declared, we were happy as we got second prize in the competition. It was a joyful moment for us. We celebrated our happiness by dancing on stage and everyone was clapping for us. I was feeling very happy as I gave a clear message to everyone to avoid drugs. It was a very good experience for me. 14. Describe a company where you live that employs a lot of people. The company I am going to tell you is an institution called YOU.Or that focuses on providing after-school crammers to high school students. You know, due to the fierce competition in the college entrance exam, attending such classes has become a norm. Parents and their children hope to seize every opportunity to gain an advantage over their rivals, which breeds a huge market. The company has its branches all over the country, employs hundreds of people and has set up complementary departments to conduct business. There are the salesmen who do everything they could to persuade the parents to buy courses this company offers. Once they sign the contract, their children will be transferred to the experienced teachers who would tutor their homework. There are also some supervisors, responsible for communicating with the parents to make sure they are satisfied with the service. I knew this company because of my grandpa. He is a patient, amiable person who used to work in the public school as a mathematics teacher. After retirement, he found himself unable to put up with the state of doing nothing and sitting around. So he joined this company as a teacher to exploit his specialty and make some money. My feeling towards this company is quite complex. On the one hand, I wish it could thrive and keep expanding its market share. After all, my grandpa is there. On the other hand, I think it further exploits the already little spare time of high school students, turning them into study machines. From this perspective, I hope it will wither and disappear in the near future. 14.2. Describe a company where you live that employs a lot of people. Although my hometown has various companies, only a few of them employ a lot of people. One such company is SolarWise. This company is a pioneer in solar panels manufacturing and sales. The company started in the year 2000 with just 20 employees. Now more than 1,000 employees work over here. This company employs people from all walks of life. The team comprises people from the age group of 20 years to 55 years. The company goes beyond the conventional domain while recruiting employees. Here the skill set of a person enjoys more importance than the qualifications. That is why people from diverse backgrounds work with this company. This organization is a source of inspiration for me. SolarWise has carved out a niche for itself by laying its attention on the improvement of our environment. There is no denying this conviction that due to usage of petrol and diesel our surroundings have become polluted. In this contemporary epoch where most of the companies focus on strengthening the bottom line, this organization is a bit different from others. The promoters over here are of an altruist nature. Their central focus is on constant research and innovation in the field of solar energy. Due to their determination, dedication, and discipline, the conventional power consumption in my city has declined by 30%. All street lights in my city run on solar power. Another reason for liking this company is that it has given a new lease of life to unemployed youth by providing them employment. 15. Describe a photo taken by you. When I was younger, I developed a keen interest in photography which my parents encouraged. They were very kind and bought me a good camera to take professional quality pictures with. And there is a photograph in my room which is special to me and I like very much. It is a photograph that I took myself of my mom standing in front of lots of cherry trees, which is the biggest feature of Dalat. You know, all the cherry blossoms, which are called sakura in Japanese, are in full blossom in spring. All the cherry blossoms are a blaze of color, bright pink, light pink, ivory white. All the fancy and romantic colors you could possibly imagine. The color combination is super eye-catching. And in this photo, you can see that some cherry trees branches extending out over the beautiful river. And the water is wonderfully clear, reflecting the blue sky, white clouds, and the amazing cherry blossoms. The most amazing thing is that there are lots of cherry blossom petals falling down like snowflakes. Wow, it is just like a fairyland. I loved this photo so much that I got it enlarged, framed and put on the desk in my living room. It is an awesome photo. I have received many compliments on it from friends and family over the years, so it is also a reminder of my love and passion for photography. I have a lot of personal experiences with the photograph, which is why it is so special to me. 15.2. Describe a photo taken by you. The photograph that immediately comes to mind when I think of one that I like is my university graduation photo. It was taken just before the graduation ceremony that marked the end of my undergraduate degree. You can't see anything in the background of the photo, but it was actually taken in the students' cafe next to the hall where the ceremony was held. In the photo, I'm wearing the traditional clothing for university graduates. A black gown and an academic cap, which is often called a mortarboard. I'm also holding my rolled-up degree certificate. Obviously, this was a formal portrait photo, and so I was standing still, smiling and looking into the camera. The person who took the photo was a professional photographer. He had been hired by the university to set up in the cafe and take photos of graduates before the ceremony. He had a white screen, some lighting devices, and an assistant who took payments and collected our details. The reason why I like my graduation photo is that it reminds me of a pivotal moment in my life. Being presented with my degree certificate at the graduation ceremony was the culmination of 4 years of hard work, and it marked the end of the education stage of my life. I had achieved my objectives and made my family proud, and I knew that the next step was to look for my first proper job. Whenever I look at the photo, it brings back happy memories, both of my university days and of the relief and contentment that I felt on my graduation day. 15.3. Describe a photo taken by you. Well, I have an iPhone 11 Pro Max, which has 2 cameras, along with a telephoto camera. I take many photographs with it whenever I find anything worth capturing. However, I am not very fond of taking selfies of myself alone. Here, I would like to talk about a group selfie, which I took with my relatives at a family reunion last month. On the occasion of New Year's holiday, all the members in our big family gathered together in my parents' house to have a meal. We were all dressed to our best and felt truly happy to see each other after such a long time busy with our own work and studies. We were standing chatting loudly with laughter when my cousin suggested we should have a selfie together and keep it as a memory of that day. He had a selfie stick which made our photos nicer. There are 10 of us in that pic, including me. We all are smiling and looking very happy. This photograph came out so nice that I have displayed it as my desktop background. Whenever I open my laptop, the memories of that day come alive in my mind. I think it has rightly been said that a good photograph keeps a moment from running away. This photograph brings a smile to my face every time I see it. 16. Describe a book you read that you found useful. The book I am going to tell you is a biography of Zhu Rongji. The book has been translated into dozens of languages, sold around the world. He was China's prime minister from 1998 to 2003. During his term, he carried out a profound reform on state-owned enterprises, which significantly improved efficiency, boosted profit, and laid the foundation of the rapid growth of China's economy in the following years. Until now, there are still a large number of people honoring him. Besides describing the hardships and obstacles he encountered when he implemented these reforms, the book also focuses on his upbringing, especially how he grew up from an orphan to the prime minister. The author attributes his success to his diligence. He never gave up studying no matter what the environment was, how busy the work was, and how tired he was. I read it on my way hometown on the bus. It was quite a long journey. You know, I had developed a habit that before I embarked on long journeys, to kill time, I would browse through the shelves in the bookshop and bought some book that seemed interesting. The reason why I think it is useful is that it convinced me that success is never won by accident. Every successful individual has made a lot of effort to reach their status. And as a person without any special gift, I have no excuse to be sluggish. The only one who makes your dream come true is nobody but yourself. Inspired by his experience, I had worked really hard in the following semester and won a scholarship. Describe a law on environmental protection. In a world where negative news seems to take front and center, I'm really pleased to tell you about a positive news I came across the other day. I was looking up some highlights online, and stumbled across some information about how France is becoming a leader in reducing food waste. The article was about how France has banned supermarkets from throwing away leftover food that is either edible or usable as animal feed. Moreover, they have made laws to demand that restaurants donate their food waste. If they don't comply to this law, they will be faced with a fine from 3,000 to 70,000 euros, or even up to 2 years in prison. There were some people who were skeptical of these laws, but they commented at the end of the article that supermarkets and restaurants have since changed their practices in general and are becoming much more environmentally friendly. I was really moved to read this article. It reminded me of when I read years ago that we could solve world hunger with the amount of food we waste. Since global food waste is a colossal problem, it's excellent to know that some action is being taken against this world issue. Although the laws could be seen as excessive, I think that this is an effective way to enforce them. After reading this, I hope that more countries follow in France's footsteps.